Well, with the heat we are feeling today, if you plan to exercise outside, then you will want to be very careful. But you're in luck today because Alex Sheridan with Lifetime Fitness is here with some advice on how to stay safe from the heat when working out. Alex, thanks for being with us today.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
So we're talking about being the heat, exercising in the heat. I know, exercise is a big routine of everybody's day, but when it's hot, you got to take some extra steps. Tell me what people need to know if they want to, go outside and exercise.
I think the biggest thing people need to consider is we already tend to be more deconditioned than most other populations. If you are not familiar with exercise, starting in 95-degree weather probably isn't the best place to start. I would always recommend finding an indoor option first.
Yep.
I'm partial to Lifetime, obviously I'm a little biased, but if you're not going to join a gym or you don't have a gym membership, maybe take some extra precautions. Starting with a pool workout could be a great idea. Also making sure you're dressing appropriately. I know a lot of people tend to think that wearing sweatshirts and sweatpants, you break a bigger sweat, it's great. It feels good. However, if that's towards your goal of weight loss, it's not really going to help you out there. It's just going to make you sweat more and make you more easily able to have heat illness or heat stroke.
Right, and you want to feel good after leaving a workout. You don't want to feel like you're kind of dying inside.
You bet.
So what are some ways to take, or some steps to take before you go to work out? Let's start with the before and then we'll kind of go into the during and after.
Yeah, well, a lot of us already don't do a great job of drinking water, and we also tend to eat a lot more salt than we should. That can be great. However, if you are eating an unprocessed diet, the more salt the better. Most of us are not. High processed foods tend to be very salt heavy, and with sodium comes that balance of electrolytes. You've probably heard of potassium and magnesium. Those are two of the other big ones. Potassium is something we lack in our diet pretty hard. Potatoes get a bad rep, but potatoes can be a great way to get potassium in. I always think of, Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves, that movie. They talk about the daughter, she has a potassium imbalance or something, and potassium in bananas can be great too. When it comes to magnesium, dark leafy greens, nuts, legumes, seeds, that sort of thing, or magnesium supplements before bed can be great too.
Okay, so now you're in the workout, you're doing the workout, what do you got to do? Talk about the best practices that you leave it feeling good.
Well, in the middle of the workout, a lot of people like to chase that burn. I have a lot of clients who the more I beat myself up, the better this workout is going to be. Not so true. It's always a balance of how hard should I push myself versus how hard do I need to push to also recover and see growth, see progress, and that sort of thing. Most people when they're exercising outside, if you have access to a weightlifting station outside, awesome, great. Most of the time, people are going to be running, they're going to be swimming. If that's the case, then like I said, hydration is going to be key. You're going to be losing so much water as you sweat out. That being said, that's the most important thing. Okay, so hydration, key all the time because most of those workouts are going to be something where you're beating yourself up pretty good.
Absolutely. And how important is it to take breaks on a day like today if you're outside working out?
Oh, huge. Like I said, most people tend to overdo it more than they underdo it, especially if they enjoy working out outside. It's easy to overdo it. So when you're in the moment, taking even 5 minutes, take a water break, walk in between your runs, that sort of thing can go miles in terms of just keeping you healthy and making sure you can actually push that workout longer versus beating yourself up for 15 minutes and having to call it a day.
Right, and to caveat, on a day like today, you might just overall want to move that workout inside because today is extremely dangerous. We're talking about, 95 degrees around that time, and today is way, way hotter than that. So I guess to wrap it up, I know you work at an indoor gym. Just tell me kind of where people can find you if they're interested in chatting more about you and any final thoughts you want to leave with them about exercising in the heat.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm very particular to my group at Lifetime. We're a very knowledgeable and experienced group of people. I think we have a lot of passionate people on the team. You can either give us a call at Lifetime on Hickman Road, or my email is asheridan@lt.life, and we love to help people out because honestly, starting that journey is the hardest part, and that's what we do and that's what we love doing.
Absolutely, I love it. All right, well, Alex, thank you so much for joining us today on a very timely topic for the day today, so appreciate your time.
Thank you.